The natives are restless. Wrestling is meant to be passed down. It's a family event. It's supposed to be a family night and a family experience. And a family of four, middle class, blue collar, in this economy with gas over $4 a gallon, you're going to justify $600 to sit up there with Jesus to watch WrestleMania? How much money do you have to make, TKO? All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of When Wrestling Was Real. I'm your host, Matt Lyda. Thank you for joining me again this week. And if you haven't already, go hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And go ahead and hit the like button on this video. Leave a comment if you'd like. Tell me how bad I am. I don't really care. But I just want to engage with you this week about this subject, something that we are all passionate about. I'm reading so much in the blogs. I'm reading so much on the dirt sheets about how people are pissed off at WrestleMania and how they're pissed off about how TKO is running the company and how they are going after the bag. They're going for a money grab with all of these stinking commercials. All right. So what I did was I went in to ChatGPT. I put in, what's the timeline? How long were the matches? How long were the commercials? Were there ad breaks in the match? Because what it felt like to me was that the entire night, both nights, were nothing but a commercial. And if you look, I think there was a statistic that showed 34% of the night was actual wrestling. The 66% of the night was either ads, commentary, or some entrances, BS, whatever. We only got 34% of the night of actual wrestling matches. And I don't know about you, but I actually like wrestling. I actually like watching wrestling. And I actually like seeing these performers do what they do best, which was entertain. That's why we go to WrestleMania. That's why we buy the paper or pay all this money for freaking ESPN subscriptions and everything else. I want to watch wrestling. I don't want to watch another Slim Jim commercial, okay? I understand. I'm a capitalist. I believe that you should be able to run ads. I believe if you want to put ads on the mat, if you want to have it on the post, whatever, I don't care. But for the love of God, can we please just have a night where we get to watch wrestling and we actually see more wrestling than we do ads? This is getting to a point, I feel like I'm watching NASCAR, and I like NASCAR. I'm a NASCAR fan, but what I'm tired of, and I expect it with NASCAR, when you show up to NASCAR, you're expected to see a car that's covered in sponsorships. You expect to see ads. That's what NASCAR is. Cars going around in a circle, 200 miles an hour with sponsorships on them. We expect that from NASCAR. This is not what I expected from WWE when TKO took over, okay? It's just annoying. It's absolutely ridiculous. As a capitalist, I believe in going and making money, but you've also got to do what's right for the fans and by the fans, okay? So I want to kind of go into the breakdown on this. Night one, all right? April 18th of this year. The first match, 6-man tag, okay? The winners were the Usos and LA Knight. The match length was and these numbers are approximate, okay? With ChatGPT, sometimes it'll say, I think there may have been an ad during the match, or it was approximately this long. There's a good chance there was an ad. You know, it's ChatGPT. It's not 100% right here. But you guys correct me if I end up messing up here. Let me know, like, oh, no, Matt, actually, you missed this. Or, no, Matt, there was a commercial there. Or, no, there wasn't one there. It's just annoying. 6-man tag opened up the night with the Usos and LA Knight winning, okay? The match length was around 7 minutes long, okay? This says there were no ads during the match, but post-match, there was a commercial, and the commercials lasted 3 to 4 minutes. I'm not upset with that. That doesn't piss me off. Jacob Fatu versus Drew McIntyre. This match was around 14 minutes long, okay? This says there were no ads during the match and that the ads after the match were 4 to 5 minutes, okay? So now we've got approximately 21 minutes of wrestling so far with roughly anywhere from 7 to 9 minutes worth of ads. Okay, not terrible, right? All right, now we're going to go into the women's tag team multi-team match where Paige and Brie Bella wins. The match was about 9 minutes long. Great for a women's tag team, especially. The ads during the match. This says possible brief sponsor overlay. Okay, guys, I don't remember. I don't know. So let me know if there was. But also, in post this match, there was about a 4-minute ad, okay? So about half the time for the match, there was commercials afterwards, okay? Well, also what we have to remember, we've got ads inside the ring. We've got ads on the post. We've got ads all around them, like their name would be at the bottom and it's sponsored by freaking Snickers or whatever. So even if there wasn't a break in the match, we were still getting bombarded by brands the entire night. Even if it was subliminal, even if it was just, oh God, that stupid digital apron that they have. My God, I sound like an old man right now. I'm so fired up. Next match, the fourth match of the night, Women's Intercontinental Championship, Becky Lynch defeats AJ Lee. About 8 to 10 minutes long, okay? No ads during the match. Once again, the ring's still filled with freaking ads, all right? This isn't a freaking Bangkok kickboxing Muay Thai freaking match. Ad after the match, 5 minutes. You know what the problem with 5 minutes of commercial break in between matches is? The fans get restless. The natives are restless, TKO. There's no, I heard it, and God forgive me for not remembering the podcast or the show that it came on. I think it might have been on freaking Busted Open or something like that, where they said there was no soul. It was a soulless night. It was a soulless weekend. I can't agree more. When you've got this amount of time in between the matches, the fans just, there's such a high and such a low and such a high and such a low that, man, you want to keep that high for as long as possible throughout the evening. This isn't Monday Night Raw. This is the Super Bowl of professional wrestling. And you ruin it with these long-ass breaks in between the matches. The fans in the stadium, they're tired of it. They were tired of it throughout the evening. Next match, singles match, Gunther versus Seth Rollins, okay? It's one of the longer matches of night one, approximately anywhere from 12 to 15 minutes. There used to be 60-minute matches, guys. Flair was known as the 60-minute man. Think about that. As during a match, ChatGPT says likely there was a brief picture-in-picture style ad. I don't know. I can't remember. But there was ads all over the freaking ring and ring post and everything else. And it was probably, sponsored by Slim Jim or something for Gunther to come in because, that makes sense for someone like that to throw like Snickers or something or Slim Jim beside his name. Ad break post-match, 5 minutes. When you've got a 12 to 15-minute match, it's okay to have 5 minutes. That's fine. Let the fans be able to go get a hot dog and a drink. Let us breathe. We just watched 2 future Hall of Famers go at it for 15 minutes. I'm okay with that. But when you have a 7-minute match or a 6-minute match and you do 5 minutes worth of commercials, for the love of God. Here's this next one, just amazing, right? Man, boy, you want to talk about a money grab. Women's World Championship. The match length was 6 to 8 minutes. It was reported as quick. Women's World Championship, 6 minutes. With Liv and Stephanie, come on. 2 people that can go. Not just 2 women that can go, 2 wrestlers that can go. 6 to 8 minutes. Good job, guys. No ads during the match. All over the place, though, but they're not going to break away from the match for an ad. There was an ad break afterwards. The match length was 6 to 8 minutes. Guess how long the commercial break was? Ding, ding, ding. You got it right. The same length as the match was for 6 to 8 minutes. You're paying for ESPN's Premium Plus, unlimited exclusive, whatever that crap is that they're making you pay for. You're paying for that every single month. And you're getting to watch the same length of ads as you would the match. You remember back in the day when you would pay like, what was it, like $70 for the pay-per-view, but you didn't have to watch ads the entire time? We didn't know how good we had it, guys. 7th match of the night, last match of night 1. It's the undisputed WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. Great match. Amazing match. One of the better matches that we've seen this year in WWE. One of the better matches we've seen in WWE in a long time. It was 18 to 22 minutes long. Give me 30 to 45 minutes with those two guys. Let them tell a story. They told a story. They told a heck of a story. But dang, man. Give me 30 to 45 minutes of freaking Randy Orton at WrestleMania, maybe the last run of the Viper. ChatGPT said very likely there was a one mid-match picture-in-picture ad. I don't know if there was or not. Here's what I do know is it's one big dang commercial these days. Night 1, total wrestling time, 75 to 90 minutes, somewhere in there. Ads, 70 plus minutes. Practically the same amount of time of wrestling that you got to watch. You also got to watch Slim Jim, Ram Trucks, Prime Energy, all of those. You got to see them all. Thank God. Because Lord knows I have no idea what kind of candy bar I'm going to buy the next time I go to the freaking grocery store or the convenience store. Like I've never heard of Snickers. I don't even see Slim Jims anymore in the store. Who's eating those things? My God, they give me heartburn. Here was a trend for the night, according to ChatGPT. Short matches, frequent breaks, minimal mid-match interruptions except during the main event. Now let's dive into night 2. And guess what? I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. It's the same crap. Singles match, opening match. Obafemi defeats Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar retires. An emotional night, an emotional event. Match length, 4 minutes, 42 seconds approximately. Ad break. After the match, hey man, might as well do it for as long as the match was. 5 minutes of ads after a 4 minute and 42 second freaking match. You had one of the most emotional moments in WWE history. Let's make sure we talk about Ram Trucks. Let's make sure we get the general insurance in there with some Shaq. Intercontinental Championship match. It was a lighter match, man. Penta wins. God, I love Penta. Match length 16 to 20 minutes. One of the longest matches of this evening. One of the longest matches of the entire WrestleMania for both nights. Great match. And yes, it was a picture-in-picture ad, it says. Ad break afterwards, 5 minutes. Here's the thing. After the Brock Obafemi match, how about this? One quick commercial. Come back, commentary about what we just saw. Let's go into the next match. And then have a long commercial break after a 20-minute match. I've got a marketing degree. This ain't hard, guys. Make the fans enjoy what you're doing. You are exhausting them. You are exhausting them with Wheatley vodka. This makes me want to drink Wheatley vodka. I don't want to drink Wheatley vodka because of you guys right now, for the love of God. All right, United States Championship match. Trick Williams, South Carolina Gamecock. He defeats Sami Zayn, the most overrated person in WWE, in my opinion. Match length was about 10 to 12 minutes. Good match. I like the length on that. I'm okay with a 10 to 15-minute match for a United States Championship. You know, Trick goes over. He has his WrestleMania moment, man. Sami makes him look good. Sami's good. I'm just not a big fan. But Trick's the future. Trick is the future. He looks good. This guy's a future world champion, in my opinion. Ad break afterwards, 4 to 5 minutes. Here's the thing, guys. We got a little bit longer matches. We're okay if we have a little bit longer of a commercial break. I'm okay with that. I don't like a 4 to 5 minute ad when it's a 4 to 5 minute match. Now we're going into the next match, the WWE Women's Championship. Rhea Ripley, she goes over on Jade Cargill. Two good-looking people in that ring, man. They look like freaking beasts. They know how to go. Beautiful. Everything about them's awesome. They give them 11 to 14 minutes on that match. Somewhere in there is 11 to 14 minutes long. Well-deserving. I like it. I like being able to see two women be able to get 15 minutes, especially when they're this freaking good. 5 to 6 minutes worth of commercials afterwards. Man, consistently 5 to 6 freaking minutes every single time a match is over. Next match was a street fight. Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio. 12 to 15 minutes, well-deserving, okay? Finn Balor goes over on Dominic. This is a rivalry. This is a storyline that we've been wanting to see. We've been wanting to see this match for a long time. There was likely a one mid-match ad. Hard to avoid with a long run time. Hard to avoid doing a one mid-match ad in a 15-minute match, 12 to 15-minute match. Man, I don't believe it. Ad break at the end. Commercial break, 6 to 8 minutes long, guys. Almost 10 minutes. The ad after this, almost as long as the Becky Lynch AJ Lee match, almost as long as Paige and Brie Bella, longer than the Usos and LA Knight's 6-man tag match. 6 to 8 minutes after that match. Oh my gosh. Okay, main event, World Heavyweight Championship, Roman Reigns versus CM Punk. This match is 20 to 25 minutes. I like the time. I would love to have seen it go man, I wish these main events were 30 to 45 minutes. I do. Old school, give me 30 to 45 minutes. Night 2, total wrestling time, anywhere from 90 to 110 minutes is what it's saying. The ads were still heavy. This doesn't give me how long the ads were for the second night. But I mean, Lord, we can add them up on the low end. We're looking at 24. You know what? Ads weren't that heavy on the second night, or not as bad. But pacing improved on night 2. It looks like it could probably be almost an hour worth of ads. Longer matches, that was good. Slightly fewer interruptions. Night 2. Okay. All right. I'll give them that. Between matches, it was a 3 to 6 minute standard, 6 to 8 minutes before main events when it came to the ads. During matches, rare on short matches, common on long matches, usually picture in picture. Here's the other thing that I didn't like. We're getting to a point now where the ladders are sponsored, the tables are sponsored by Slim Jim, the chairs are going to be sponsored by somebody at some point. Maven Huffman told me while I went out to WrestleMania just for Thursday to do a show with him and to go to Chris Van Fleet's show, and he said, "Man, I think it might have been his Zach, his producer, believes that we're going to see the World Heavyweight Championship. We're going to see belts sponsored by brands. You know what I mean? The World Heavyweight Championship with a Snickers logo on it. The nameplates are going to be Slim Jim." Something. We're going to see ads on the belts. Many matches were under 10 minutes, especially on night 1. Only a few exceeded 15 to 20 minutes. This contributed into criticism that the show had more ads than wrestling. Guys, once again, I'm going to go back to the fact that I am a capitalist. I believe that we should be able to make as much money as we possibly can through ads, through whatever you want. I'm okay with it. Doesn't bother me one bit. This episode is sponsored by Zeros. Go to drinkzeros.com. Find your favorite flavors today. Mine's going to be orange. These guys, they're amazing. It's veteran owned, veteran operated, 0 carbs, gluten-free, 0 sugar, only 90 calories. And the flavors are amazing, guys. Like I said, I'm drinking the orange today. Anything orange, I'm pretty much down with. My 2 favorite flavors is orange and grape. Go to drinkzeros.com to be able to find your favorite flavors or a store near you that serves zeros. Just remember, you got to be 21 years or older to drink, and drink responsibly. More than anything, please drink responsibly. Go to drinkzeros.com. Also, my friends over at Roots of Fight. Ladies and gentlemen, go to rootsoffight.com. Use promo code WhenWrestlingWasReal, and you'll get 20% off all of their apparel. Some of the coolest, best designs you'll see for professional wrestling, especially some of those throwback designs and some of those wrestlers that may or may not be in the ring today. Go to rootsoffight.com. Use promo code WhenWrestlingWasReal and get your favorite wrestling apparel over there. Here you go. Night 1 alone had 1 hour and 14 minutes of ads versus 1 hour and 26 minutes of wrestling. 1 hour and 14 minutes of ads, 1 hour and 26 minutes of wrestling in night 1. This is what's going to be the downfall of WWE. It's not going to be storylines. It's not going to be athleticism. It's not going to be the type of matches. It's not going to be who's got the belt, who doesn't. It's not going to be who's getting booked and who's not getting booked. It's going to be TKO not understanding that a family of 4 can't afford to go. We haven't even talked about the prices of the freaking show itself. The cheapest ticket to get into WrestleMania 42 was $600 from what I read. I saw as high as $31,000 for floor seats for both nights. $31,000, for the love of God. And then, like, to get into WWE world, if y'all were there, please let me know. I am very blessed. I get access to a lot of things that I don't have to pay for, and I appreciate that, because once I started hearing what the prices were, I think was it like $50-something a day to go to WWE World? And then to do meet and greets, it was like $100 for like entry level, like meet and greets. I heard someone that I met on the plane, she said that she spent $350 for Shawn Michaels, and I think Randy Orton was like $400. And she was like, I just couldn't justify doing both. Of course not. Of course not. You're taking WrestleMania, you're putting it in the most expensive city in the freaking country to go visit. I mean, like, a Coke is freaking $8 just at the casino, you know? And that's a Coca-Cola, guys, not the Coke that you probably think I've been doing. It's so expensive to get there. It's so expensive to stay there. It's so expensive to go out to eat and to do whatever else in Vegas. Now you're charging people throughout the year to pay on the ESPN subscription and to now spend ungodly amounts of money to be able to go to the event. Man, this is what wrestling is. Wrestling is meant to be passed down from generation to generation. I watched wrestling with my dad. My dad and my grandpa were wrestling fans. It was passed down to myself, my brother, my sister. She was in love with the Rock and Roll Express, okay? Wrestling is meant to be passed down. It's a family event. It's supposed to be a family night and a family experience. And a family of 4, middle class, blue collar, in this economy with gas over $4 a gallon, you're going to justify $600 to sit up there with Jesus to watch WrestleMania? How much money do you have to make, TKO? How much money do you need? Make it affordable so that kids can go and enjoy this thing that we love, that we call professional wrestling, so that it can be passed down to their kids one day, so they can watch it with them. But you're not doing that. You're going to go and try to fill up your stinking, filthy bank account as big as you can. For what? Because you don't care. See, Vince McMahon cared. That's a hot take, isn't it? Vince McMahon cared and you don't. See, Vince bought this thing from his dad. He watched his dad. See, businesses fail on the 3rd generation, guys. It fails in the 3rd generation. You know why? It's because the 1st generation, they had to sacrifice and work hard to build the business. The 2nd generation watched it. They remember the sacrifice. They saw how hard it was. 3rd generation, well, they didn't feel that pain. Things were easy. Things were luxurious for them. So they don't really have that love. It's not their baby like it was for those first 2 generations. I'm not saying WWE is going to go under. I'm not going to say WWE is going to fall. They've got too much money, too much power. But what's going to happen is you're going to drive fans away from this, and they're going to go looking somewhere else. That's where you're going to see the independents. That's where you're going to see, hey, AEW, time to step up. Hey, Khan family, y'all have got bumper money. You got more money than you know how to spend it. You can't spend it all. Make your shows insanely affordable. I don't know what AEW's tickets are. Make it so affordable that everybody in the area has to come. There's no reason for them not to come to the show. And then give them a great product. Because once you give them a great product and it's affordable, they're going to leave the WWE and their fan base is going to fall off. I'm so disappointed in how this company's being ran now. We see it with their podcast. I don't know if you know or not, I used to have a podcast that WWE now has. We didn't have ad breaks every 5 minutes like their podcasts do now. I didn't have to do that. And I don't have a drop in the bucket compared to TKO. You know why? Because I wanted to do it for you. I wanted to do it for the fans. They're not fans first, guys. I live in Savannah, Georgia. Savannah's the home of the Savannah Bananas. Jesse Cole owns the Savannah Bananas, 100% of it. Fans first is his motto. And I see it personally. I know Jesse, and I know that brand. I know that organization. I know a lot of the players and coaches. They are truly fans first. WWE's lost their way. And I urge you, WWE, I beg of you, please do this for the freaking future, man. If you want to have ads in the ring, I don't really care. If you want to have ads on the post, that's fine. But for the love of God, man, it's starting to get old. You guys are draining our bank accounts. People are struggling to put gas in their cars and food on their table right now. And you're over here with $600 for one ticket to just get in the door. I'm tired of complaining. Guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Thank you. Remember, wrestling's real and so is God. I love y'all. Subscribe. Hit that like button. Tell me what y'all think. I'm pissed off, and I know y'all are too. Thank y'all. Appreciate y'all.